Breaking news. Japan earthquake, millions in Hokkaido without power, including nuclear plant. The powerful 6.7 magnitude earthquake that struck in Japan knocked out electricity to all the 5.3 million residents of Hokkaido, sparking chaos on the island and power outage at its nuclear plant. The latest natural disaster hitting Japan during one of the country's most difficult summers killed at least 4 people, with more than 30 still missing. Authorities expect the death toll to rise as the landslide that followed the tremor may have buried many. The quake, which struck on Wednesday, also badly damaged buildings and infrastructures, leaving many in the dark and thwarting some attempts to move the island's residents. Hokkaido Electric Power Co., the monopoly electric company of the island, had to perform an emergency shutdown of all its fossil fuel-fired power plants after the quake, leaving its 2.95 million households without power for the first time since it was created, in 1951. Approximately 12 hours later, the power had been restored only to parts of Sapporo, Hokkaido's capital, and Asahikawa, its second most populated city, a spokesperson for the power plant said. But Industry Minister Hiroshi Seko warned it could take up to a week to restore power everywhere in the island. Japan's Industry Ministry added the Tomato Atsuma plant, operated by Hokkaido Electric Power Co. and located in the southern part of the island, has been damaged, without specifying the nature of the damage. This coal-fired power plant supplies half of the electricity to Hokkaido's households. Local news agency SNA wrote on Twitter, Hokkaido Electric's Tomato Atsuma thermal power plant was significantly damaged in the earthquake, and it seems that there will be no quick resumption of electricity services for part or all of Hokkaido. Hokkaido Electric runs more than 50 power plants, including the Tomari nuclear power plant, on the western side of the island. The nuclear site suffered a power outage, but officials said it was cooling its spent nuclear fuel safely. The station was closed after the devastating earthquake and tsunami that hit Japan in March 2011. Causing the meltdown of 3 reactors in the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant complex. The lack of power generated chaos throughout the island, when emergency services are still digging in the rubbles looking for survivors. A doctor in Ebira, the town next to Atsuma said, "Without electricity, there's nothing I can do except to write prescriptions." Police directed traffic because signal lights were out. Drink vending machines, ubiquitous in Japan, and most ATMs were also not working. Transports were also badly affected, as all trains across the island were halted. Moreover, Hokkaido's main airport, New Chido's airport, was shut in the aftermath of the quake, which struck nearby. Aerial pictures of the area show roof tiles and water on the terminal floors. The airport will remain closed at least throughout Thursday, affecting more than 200 flights and 40,000 passengers, according to Kyodo News Agency. Despite the island's relies mostly on farming, the power shortage also badly affected a number of industrial plants and factories. A fire broke out at a steel production facility at Mitsubishi Steel Manufacturing's joint venture with Nippon Steel and Sumitomo Metal Corp in Muraoran. It was extinguished with little damage to the facilities and no casualties, a company official said. But its steel production will be halted until power supply from Hokkaido Electric is restored, the official added. Idemitsu Kozen, Japan's second biggest refiner by sales, stopped all refining and product shipments at its 150,000 barrels per day Hokkaido refinery, the only one on the island, an official told Reuters. Kirin Beer, part of giant drinks maker Kirin Holdings Co., closed its Chido's plant, which accounts for about 5% of its beer output, following the power outage.